This is of the last of the trilogy, the last one I'm doing for a while. Back to the Future Part 3. I could skip all this because this is just the opening title. You could join me in the chat. Let me just... This one starts with a different opening. I could leave this for now. So just until I put my sock on. That was the Universal logo in the 75th anniversary, I think, in the early 90s, because it came out in 1990. Yeah, now Universal's in its like 100-year anniversary or something. I don't know. Let me skip all this because this is just the opening to the movie. It's the opening of the first film. It shows the time, November 12th, 1955. The 10 whatever. I could skip this part. Sorry, I had to start an hour late. I was washing some clothes. Yep, November 12th, 1955, 10:01 p.m. Skip all this. Dun, dun, dun. I could skip all this because we just saw this twice already. This is just filler in case you didn't see the first two films. I did. Just wait till Doc faints and then I'll put it. Because this is like a couple of minutes of the movie that doesn't need to be there. It's just there to catch people up that missed the first two films, even though it just has this scene. This is the only scene in the movie that's done 3 times. Of course, the first one is done differently. Ah! And here we go. Scott, who's Scott? That's it. Here we go. Back to the Future Part 3. I know people had a problem with the Western theme. I didn't. It was something completely different. Plus, this is the only part of the 1955 that we see without the rest of the family and without Biff. It's just Doc and Marty. For the first 15 minutes of the movie is those two. And then you don't see Doc again until he gets to the West. This one is decent. This is a good one. I think it's really good because I'm like, it ties up all the loose ends. You have new characters, and you know Clara's going to be a make or break character for you, but she doesn't show up for a while. And there's some Western legends in the movie as well, like Pat Buttram and others as well. Wendy Jo Sperger finally comes back because she disappeared. The second movie she's never even mentioned. And Leah Thompson, a reduced role, but she's still in it because Crispin Glover didn't come back. What's the movie that I saw yesterday? Oh yeah. Alan Silvestri's score is still very enchanting. This one has a different score. And Marty's sleeping. He's tired. He was out all night, and then Doc was, you know. There's Copernicus, not Einstein is the other dog. Yeah, Kathy Kennedy again. One more time. One finger salute to you, because you don't know how to make a good movie anymore. The TV's on. Howdy doody time. It's howdy do. Yeah, again. Ooh. You saw it was raining. She goes into the, you know. Yeah, the fire trails, you gotta have that. That's what makes it different from Bill and Ted. After that, and also, unlike the Bill and Ted sequels, these sequels are better. I didn't like the Bill and Ted sequel, Bogus Journey. It lost me. After they die, the movie just completely lost me, and it wasn't funny. And they put that supernatural things where I couldn't stand. I haven't seen Bill and Ted Face the Music, but I doubt it's going to be as good as the first one, because George Carlin wasn't in it. He passed away. So yes, Doc screams a lot in this movie. No, it can't be you. I sent you back to the future. This can't be happening. You can't be here. These two are amazing. I love these two characters so much. 1885. It passed. How could you possibly know about it? Yeah, and it's in yellow. These guys that this chemistry you can't recapture it. The Broadway show was pretty good, but I'm saying like these two are Doc and Marty. You can't replace them in film. Hmm. Yeah, I know. Cars still don't fly today. This was made right after it because they filmed it back to back, just like they did with the pirate sequels 2 and 3. Because you can't make a sequel in a year unless you got a lot of time on your hands. Destroy the time machine. Hmm. Space time continuum. Yeah. Twice a day. That dog is so cute. Time. Doc. Emmett L. Brown. September 1st, 1885. These are great characters, man. Yeah, Christopher Lloyd just nails it, man. That's why I love seeing him in Angels in the Outfield because he's such a happy. He's a breath of fresh air in every movie he's in. He just even when he plays a villain, he's so good. It was good to see a new time period. We saw the 20th century, we saw the 21st century. Now it's going back to the 19th century. So, and I like westerns. I know a lot of people don't, but I think it's fun. It is something different. Besides, this is Doc's story. The first one was about Marty and his parents. The second one was about Biff, and this one's about Doc. That's why he has so much screen time. Jules Verne was a good writer. Yeah, like Lisa Loud. ELB. Elb. Hmm. How did it get there? I have no idea. He probably hid it there so nobody could find it. Who's gonna find it underground? It's just like in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade that they have to go through a wall. Of course, that came out a year before this, in 1989, and then it took a break until 2008. So, well, look what he says. Again, all the best stuff is made in Japan or China. Hell yeah. Why? Because Asians they're advanced in technology, guys. That's why they made cell phones in the 90s before we got them. Yeah, again, no wonder it failed if it says made in Japan. Every video game system I have is made in Japan, mostly. Future. Yeah, now this the doctor is dead. And this one they showed the tombstone early. Unlike in the second movie, it's like halfway. Dr. Emerald Brown shot died September 7th, 1885. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Died September 7th. So good, man. The back by Buford 10. Over a matter of $80. What kind of a future do you call that? He's so good. And there he is, Thomas F. Wilson covered in facial hair. Ugh. Native Americans, not Indians. Hmm. I get it because of because of racist people. The new clock. It's in DeLorean. I'm going back to 1885 and I'm bringing you home. See, these characters are connected at the bone, man. Yeah, I have. Revenge of the Creature. He was in that movie. Mm-hmm. Overboard. Yeah, that comes in handy at the third act of the movie. I don't know why people say the third movie is the worst. Usually, not all the time. This is a good sequel, and I love Return of the Jedi. Revenge of the Sith was the best of the prequels, easily. And Return of the King is a great movie. It's just way too long. Ooh, that movie, no matter what cut of it you see, the theatrical cut or the extended cut, it's one of the longest movies you'll ever see in the single sitting. Back in 1985, yeah. Accelerated 88 miles per hour. That's a drive-in. Native Americans or indigenous people. We don't call them Indians anymore unless they're from India. We can't say Indians anymore. I call them Native Americans. That's what part of what I am. You mean the past? Exactly. Again, these two, yin and yang, man. You are never gonna do it better, so don't even think about remaking it, guys. You will never top this. Drive them home so safely. Also, why does Doc look older in 1885 than he did in 1955? It doesn't make any sense. Again, because he traveled to that time. He would have been younger. He would have been like in his 20s or something. These movies are timeless, man. Literally, they're timeless. Native Americans or Native Canadians if they're from your country. See that? Ah! Yeah, hiya, hiya, hiya. Sounds like Frozen. I gotta put the air on. It's getting hot in here. Just for a little bit. We're 18 minutes in and the chat is empty. So this is Hill Valley, the cave. Yep. Not safe in there, Marty. There's a bear in there. This is this was September, so bears don't hibernate until the month of November. That's when they go into their caves around November or December. Even in California. La, 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 la. Yeah, again, that's my people. I'm Taino. That's my tribe. I didn't know that until I was like in high school or college. I don't call them Indians. Native Americans. Yep, the cavalry. You know, the white people that wanted to take over our land. America. Yeah, they shot him with an arrow. And it broke the fuel line, so Barney can't. So they broke the fuel line. That wouldn't happen today. Yeah, now you have electrical cars, so it's a black bear. Run! Oh, run, Marty! Those things get out good for crazy. It's a real bear too. I wouldn't mess with a bear. It's a real bear. See, it took the boots. No, Marty! Again, he falls. This time it's an accident. Instead of him getting hit with a car, he gets hit to a fence. And this is Michael J. Fox playing another character, an Irishman. Look at a heart, man, because he's a Mick fly. Get it? That's Irish. I don't know if it's Northern Ireland or just regular Ireland. I don't know. It's not his mom. Yeah, this is Leah Thompson doing the same scene one more time, but as a different character this time. She's not. She's Maggie McFly, not. Again, natives. The accents, depends. There she is. Again, Becky Lynch sounds like that, Josh. Don't blame me. Don't get upset at me. I'm like she's like an Irish Karen Gillian. There's close Scotland, Ireland. What's the big difference? The accent's just a little stronger in Scotland. Me husband, yeah, they talk like because they just. His great grandfather. The baby is a part of the plot, but not a major plot. Not a major part. Because he's a McFly. Look, he bought. he, he, he killed some bunny rabbits. They didn't show it though. Or hot. Yeah, that water looks terrible. It's brown. Oh my god. Because it's from a well. They didn't have bottled water like this in 1885 or even in 1955. Bottled waters didn't come until like way later. Yeah, the bunny rabbits. Would I eat a rabbit? Maybe, but I'm not gonna kill it though. They don't notice he doesn't have an accent. Sheamus, like the wrestler Sheamus. I'm just sick of him fighting Rusev in WWE. I'm sick of it. After Clash in Paris, please, can you please stop having them fight each other? It's old. It's like a Tom and Jerry cartoon. Yes, he is. So cute. Ugh. And there's some more toilet humor like in the first two. This one has more toilet humor than the first two. Because again, 90s film, guys. Made in the 80s, but released in the 90s. Yeah, it's a Western, like Yellowstone, that show. You saw this Hill Valley, and it looks like an actual valley. See? There's buildings, but there's no. It's all farmland and animals and blacksmiths and a saloon, like a like a classic Western. And this movie's not 3 hours. It's the longest of the series, clocking in at an hour and 59 minutes. It's a little bit long. I think they could have introduced Clara earlier in the film, because they introduced her almost an hour into the movie. I'm like, she's the main character in the movie, because Leah Thompson's only Maggie McFly, and then she plays Lorraine at the end of the film. And Jennifer, you don't see her literally to the last 5 minutes of the movie. Poor just Elizabeth Shue. I feel bad for her. Leah Thompson at least got some decent roles here. She was Lorraine from the past, the present, and the future, and she played Maggie in this one. So she got her pretty good. But poor Elizabeth Shue, man, she gets shafted. She's not even in the opening credits. They're building the clock tower. I shaved my head because I wanted to be. Yep, and he steps on crap. And at the end of the movie, well, near the end, he punches Biff into, not Biff, Buford into green crap. Again, there's some toilet humor in this movie, so. Ugh. It's a saloon. We saw the diner in the first movie. Then the second movie had the Cafe 80s, and now we have a saloon. So it makes sense. It comes full circle, guys. That's what a trilogy is supposed to do, Rise of Skywalker. You don't retcon what happened in the other films. Yeah, rest in peace to all three of those actors, because they're no longer with us. What's the got to turn off for the dead Chinese? Pat Butler, he had a weird voice. Don't listen to me, kids. Yeah, I miss him. I recognize his voice. He was in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and he was in an episode of Tiny Toons and did a lot of stuff. He was also in The Rescuers, the first one, not the sequel. It's a saloon. It's booze. It's a bar, a saloon, a speakeasy. And here it comes, Buford. At least in this one, at least here he does a southern accent. I don't know why, because it's California, not Texas. So, especially with that dog ugly head. And he has a new group of gunslingers. Dude, they didn't say dude in 1885. They didn't. Run to the ladder. What kind of skims is that? Nike, not Nikkei. I will say this, Buford is pretty intimidating. Mainly because of the voice and because he will shoot anybody. Like, even tries to shoot Doc in front of other people with witnesses. Yeah, he is so scary in this movie. Compared to Biff in the first one, because Biff is just a D-bag. But here, this guy has a gun. Yeah, it's the same actor, but it's a different character, completely different from Biff. Yeah, he's trying to kill him inside of a bar. Not a fist fight. He tries to shoot him many times. He even tries to hang him, which, by the way, yes, Michael J. Fox really was hanging in there. He's doing Michael Jackson. Oh, God, this is gross. I don't want to look at this. Oh, see, there's a lot of bodily function in this movie. What is this? Adam Sandler did a movie like this on Netflix. I'm not seeing it. Ridiculous Six? No thanks, Adam Sandler. I've seen enough gross out humor in a Western. This movie has some of it. It's not the strongest thing. Real horses, by the way. No CGI horses like in Rise of Skywalker. And this movie's shorter than that movie by like 10 minutes. It's still under 2 hours, so they really did try to hang him. Not in this scene when they put it around his neck. He really was choking. That wasn't acting. They shouldn't have done it so realistically. At least in this one, they don't show the first movie again. Once he leaves 1885, he goes back to 1985. Yeah, this was real. This was not. See? He really was choking. You shouldn't do it so realistic, guys. Next time, get a stunt man. Get a stunt man next time. Don't try to kill your co-star, your lead actor. Here comes Doc. Yeah, 32 minutes into the movie. Doc was packing with a gun. Hell yeah, Doc. Yeah. So good, man. Yeah, Christopher Lloyd just owns this franchise so much, man. Him and Michael J. Fox, yeah, they're a match made in heaven. You're not gonna do it better. How do you figure? For the job, I say that makes us even. That's it. That's $80. I can always show him. And he wears all black, like in the classic westerns. Almost foreshadowing. I would have said foreshadowing, but he doesn't die. So I'm glad Doc didn't die. I would have hated this movie if they killed off Doc or Marty. They almost. Poor Michael J. Fox. I love it when they hug. These two are just, again, these two iconic characters can never be duplicated. Don't even try Universal or you will pay. Because this is the Doc from 1985, not the Doc from 1885, because he would have looked even younger. She comes later in the film, like 40 minutes in. That's a long wait for a for. Anytime, Hubert. Clayton. CC. I love seeing her in Elf. Yeah. It was years later, and I was like, yeah, she was much warmer in that movie, not as hostile here. Like she gets hostile in the second half of this film. It happened to me. My first Comic Con, I took one look at Amy Jo Johnson, and my jaw dropped. Yeah, I agree. Who's not in the movie? She's barely in the movie. He made a refrigerator. An ice cube. That does look good. You're the doc. Can't. We're only 37 minutes in. We can't get the DeLorean up to 88 miles per hour. That's a problem, but they resolve at the end. The horses. Yeah, I like this score. The game was horrible. Back to the Future Part 3 on the Genesis. Yeah, the first level was too hard. This was more physical gags that are funny, man. The train. The train is the lifesaver of this whole movie. Yeah, they're lucky there's a steam train there. There's no steam train where I live. You got Amtraks and subways. I could shut this off now. It feels good now. We're 40 minutes in. Ha! 90. This conductor is fun. He's only in 2 scenes. He's in this scene and then he's at the end. Mhm. That was Clara. She was right behind them. I noticed that Clara was like shopping for something, and so her introduction is 41 minutes in, but they don't show her. They show her from behind. That was her because she has the purple outfit and the hat. That was her. Shonash Ravine Bridge. And so safety across the ravine. Yeah, so yes, they showed her earlier. So if you look really hard, when Marty and Doc are looking at the map, she's right there. That was her. Real stuntmen riding the horses. See, it's a good looking film. It's not like the movie's aged badly. This is aged better than some of the other films I've seen this year. And you can understand why there's nobody black in this movie. 1885, guys. The slaves were just freed from after Lincoln was president, and they weren't allowed to be in public until like the 1900s. It's a good stunt. This does remind me a lot of Last Crusade, except it's a shorter movie, and I do like the female in this movie compared to Elsa in that movie, because she doesn't turn on Doc like a villain. If they turned her to a villain, that would have been upsetting. There she is. She's cute. I like her. Yeah, she does get mad at Doc, but again, he should have told her. This was way better than Last Crusade. That's debatable. Spider-Man, Spidey, because I like this better only because it has a better female character. It's shorter, and also it doesn't do the same thing. Like Last Crusade had to do Nazis again. You know, that was a little bit repetitive, but I'm not going to blame Spielberg. It's not his fault. Yeah, she was saved. She was supposed to die in that wreck. There's spider webs on her. This character's gonna make or break the movie for some people because she's the main female in the movie. She still looks great for her age. I think she's cute, a cute older woman. She's no Jennifer Connelly. You'll see lots of me. She was an elf. Yeah, she was Buddy's stepmother. Yeah, because his dad got remarried, and yeah, he has a stepmother. She was Michael's mother in Elf, and I love Elf. That's one of my favorite Christmas movies. I love it, love it, love it. At least they didn't make her the villain. That would have pissed me off. I'm like, you put a woman in this movie to make her a villain? Yeah, this is 1885. 100 years ago. That's this year. Yes, he says that a lot in the movie. It's caused nothing but disaster. It's funny because they travel through time in Bill and Ted, and they don't destroy the phone booth. But that trilogy was done years later. Like the third movie was like decades after the second movie. That model looks amazing. It looks amazing. Shonash Ravine. It looks amazing. Hey Spidey, did you see the set photos of Spider-Man Brand New Day? They did an AI generated picture of the characters of the Punisher and Sadie Sink. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really am. Because I haven't seen a Marvel movie in the theater in almost a year. He's a genius, Doc. Coming up the switch track. And there we go. And then the train gets completely destroyed, yet Doc restores it in 1885 and brings it back. I didn't hate Clara. I never hated this actress, Mary Steenburgen. Yeah, there were no cars in 1885. It's a nice telescope. Yes, Marty says that everything becomes clear. It's not necessary to Eddie. Festivals are fun. I go to a fall festival every year. He's so good. Like he's still holding it. Yes, Marty, I just said that. This movie is still a good movie, man. It makes me feel good, guys. A lot of third movies have not done that lately for me, especially like Rise of Skywalker. I felt empty when it was over. I was like, wow, that was a chore to get through. Or some other bad movies like X-Men 3 or X-Men Apocalypse or some things like that. It's 2 o'clock already. Yeah, the picture. Mm-hmm. This is the first selfie. Smile, Doc. This is much better than the Rise of Skywalker. Yeah, because it makes me feel something. I feel happy and content when it's over. I don't need another one. Because with Infinity War, it was a third one, but it was also a fourth part. That made sense. But when it's a trilogy, I want to end it on a high note. It looks nice. It's do-si do, guys. It's a Western, so there's going to have do-si do country music. Hey, Josh, there you are. I'm not going in cautious because I'm like, Josh, after this year, Marvel can't have a worse year than they had this year. The only other year worse than that was 2020 because everything was postponed because of the pandemic. 2021, they hit it big with Spidey. So I'm confident that Spidey's going to do fine. And Sadie Sink is a good actress and she's not from another country. So I'm perfectly content with her. And even with The Punisher, he worked already. People like the Netflix show and they liked him in I think Daredevil. He was in that. Yeah, Doc is the man, like a boss. Him and John Lithgow, they're just like these two iconic actors I love so much. And you know, they've never failed me. Even in a bad movie, they're not the problem with the movie. Like I said, Food Fight was terrible because of the bad animation, bad writing. You want to give it a try? I love Doc. He can dance pretty good. He's having fun, and is a main character that they give him more to do than just science. No. Again, why do these people have southern accents? It's California. Even if it's Southern California, it's not the South. Josh, where you live, they talk like that. That's Tennessee. This is California. It's weird to talking in a southern accent. The Doc is not, and neither is Clara. And then you have two people with Irish accents. I don't know. The accents here are just, it's a movie. I'll let it go. They're rushing Miles. They're not rushing Miles. They cast two actors to play Miles's dad and the mom. I know that's what's going to happen, Josh. This isn't a coincidence. So they got a black actor, even though he's British, and they got a Spanish actress. Miles is going to show up. Not in the main plot, but either in a post-credit stinger or at the very end. He's like, hey, Peter, my name is Miles. Boom, movie. People are going to go crazy. You just have to do that, and I guarantee you people are going to have an orgasm in the theater. They're going to be like, oh, my God. Yeah, again, I've been waiting for this for over a decade, Josh. Yeah, because they introduced Miles in 2011. I didn't know about him until like the mid-2010s. And I'm like, this is a good character that can do anything. You can put him in a Broadway show, a video game, a cartoon, a TV series. He works. He bangs hard. Oh, there's Strickland. Yeah, even at Comic-Con, you can't bring your weapons. You gotta check your weapon. We don't know if these two actors are Miles' parents. Josh, it's a Puerto Rican and a black person. These are Miles' parents. Don't even kid. They're not Sadie Sink's family. Sadie Sink is white. I'm sorry. I'd have to let that out. Yeah, this guy's funny. He's not in the movie much, but I do remember him. So he almost killed that guy. They didn't have metal detectors back in 1885. Yeah, I love that actor that plays Strickland. He was also in Masters of the Universe, among other things. Discipline. I'm very excited for him because even with the new one, Beyond, that one set photo that they show of the Miles G. Morales is a different Miles from another timeline. It looks interesting. Visually, it's going to be stunning. We already know that. Like 2018, but I'm still concerned. I'm not concerned, Josh. You can't rush it. It's not rushed if it's been 3 movies and he made 2 appearances in the Avengers. What else do you need? You're not going to throw him into Secret Wars with no explanation. It'll be like, yeah, we love that, but where did he come from? Besides, Tom Holland can't do the role forever. Miles is they're going to pass the torch to him. He sells. People love him. He has a bigger fan base. with people of color like me. Think about it. Black and Asian and Spanish people connect to Miles more than Peter. Just saying. This is kind of our Spider-Man. You know, that's why I'm dressing up in a Sam Raimi Spider-Man 4. Yeah, I would like that, Spidey. But like I said, with this movie, I'm not concerned about it like Thunderbolts. I knew that was gonna bomb. Oh my darling, darling, oh my darling. Hasn't been in live action yet, but he will. Trust me. And so will Gwen. They're gonna do Gwenpool as well, because with Deadpool 3, they open the door for many possibilities. Yep. Oh my darling. I know. They can't use them, they will. You could just show his headphones or his costume or even just his, you know, his just his hand, and people will go, yeah, you can't tease us anymore, Sony. You did 6 movies we didn't care about. Venom, Venom 2, Venom 3, Morbius, Craven, and freaking Madam Web. We don't want any more teasing. Give us what we want. They even said that Venom's going to be in the new movie. Are you mad about that, Josh? You know, they put Venom in the 3rd movie and that was rushed. Again, that didn't age well. Him hitting her, yeah, I didn't like that. He didn't hit Lorraine. You shouldn't have done that. You should not have done that. No, I damn you. This movie's a Looney Tune. I love this movie so much, man. I told you it's a Looney Tunes short, man. They lightened it up, jerk. This is not even the funniest scene in the movie. He should never hit a woman. No, you shouldn't push a woman, slap a woman, or do it. Ask Jonathan Majors. Hey-oh! As long as Gwen or Gwen Stacy aren't played by Blake, no. Blake's not going to be Gwenpool. Gwenpool's younger. I say Lizzie Broadway would be my choice for Gwenpool because she has the personality. If you've seen Gen 5, she's perfect. She's got blonde hair, she's petite, and she can do a more crassy character. And I'm like, yeah. Or there's someone cute for some people. Like I said, Amy Rose, I want it to be, you know, not if you're got her guns. And they're announcing that in front of everybody. I'm having a good time, man. I could tolerate it like Supergirl in the new one. Yeah, but I got to see more Supergirl before I fall in love with it. Because Millie is cute from what I saw, but I need to see more. I want to see if she has the femininity and the grace to fly, just like David Cornsweet did. This movie is a lot of fun. Yeah, it makes me laugh. Just the jokes are like rapid fire. And I love that. He says, see, there's the baby, yeah. Again, that's not it. Yes, everything concerns the law, yeah. It's a fun movie. It doesn't get as dark as the second one. That movie, I admit, the middle of the movie is like It's a Wonderful Life. But this, it doesn't get that dark. His dog Buford, shoot him down it's a good movie, and he's a great villain. I think Buford's the best villain in the 3 movies. In my opinion, I just think he's the most intimidating. He tries to kill somebody in front of other people. Jeez. That's a villain that doesn't care. He has nothing to lose. Spidey, no people should get hit by a girl. No. You don't hit girls and you don't get girls hit you. You have to defend yourself. I get it. I like these people too. The town folks, I like them. And yes, the name of the gun, Peacemaker. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, Josh, huh? Huh? DC, yeah. Good episode, but man, I didn't need to see the when the scene where you know Peacemaker is high. Yeah, there's some things in there I didn't want to see. I'm not gonna say it here though. If you do see it, Josh, yeah, be warned. There's more anatomy in that than you can handle. I'm like, James Gunn, tone it down, buddy. You never seen Peacemaker? You should, Spidey, but be warned. Season 2 has a lot of like the Boys season 3 vibes. And I don't think it's necessary. It's like, oh look, that happened. Martin. That's Marty's name. Martin McFly. Gunn just accepts that women are lovely in this anime. It's not just the women, Josh. Let me tell you that. I don't want to say it because if I say it, they're gonna block me, like Invincible. But Invincible, they don't show. It's animated, but they don't show too much skin. Even in Creature Commandos, they did a sex scene. It was off screen. You didn't have to see anything. That's fine. But when you have to show all of it, I'm like, yeah, this isn't Watchmen, okay? And the show, they definitely, the dialogue has definitely improved a lot in season 2 so far. Yes, you did in 1969. Off rockets, explosions again, H bombs. There's gravity and predictors to outer space. I love her smile. See? Common ground. I like Jules Verne. He's a good writer. Yeah, she's and she has a big nose. You know what that does to me, Josh. Every time I see an actress with a certain nose, I just draw. You know, I'm floored. And it was good to see Doc get a kiss. That was nice. Even though he's an older actor, yeah, it's a far off shot, but it's nice. It's you know, at least I can see it. In Harry Potter, they did it so far away that they were like, did they really did kiss Hermione and this guy? I'm like, they did, but it was so awkward, and because they grew up with each other. And I know what noses do to you. Yeah, you see, Kate. When I saw Caitlin Deaver in the trailer for Booksmart, I couldn't move. I'm like, who is that? Who is that gorgeous girl with the freckles and those pants and oh my god, yeah. We're an hour into the movie. I don't express that a lot. Yes, I compliment their body parts. I just don't do it in public too much. Yeah, this time scene where they showed Marty's butt cheek. Yeah, I didn't need to see that. I'm like, yeah, pale butt cheek. I'm like, no, no thanks. Yeah, that was weird. Why didn't he just wear some shorts or something? Or he wore pajamas that had an open back to it. That's not Eastwood. That's Taxi Driver. That's from that's not from his Western though. That's Clint Eastwood and Dirty Harry. Mm-hmm. Does he say it in the first one? It's in one of the Dirty Harry movies. See, he's yeah. Most of the I like the townspeople. They're mostly cool. Good morning, Mr. Because Gwen Spool is different from Gwen Stacy. She's a different character. It's a funny movie, man. Hmm. Lizzie Green, I would love that. Her as a Ghost Spider, would love that. I would fall in love with her, but she would have to color her hair blonde again, or wear a wig. No, this is for your coffin. This guy's cool too. I like him. It's you. You might as well be prepared. He's the Undertaker. A may be yours. You notice Doc is still wearing the hat with the hole in it. See the I would have said Emma Wires, yeah, but she's already doing Wednesday. What about my future? Yep, I know. So I saw Vanessa Hudgens voice acting in My Little Pony, but I want Eva Carlton as Amy or someone with a sweet voice like that. Even Caitlin Deaver, even though she's already doing Godzilla and Kong, so I don't think she'll be available. I'll say Eva Carlton. And he doesn't go with them because we know. Yeah, the future isn't written. Yes, it can. Mm-hmm. Here. See, these two are just great. And there's a lot of screen time with both of them. They don't disappear for half the movie like in the first film. Because there's a lot of scenes in the first film that Doc's not in. It's mostly just Marty with his family. I love this score so much. I'll always love this score. That's why I love the Avengers so much, because Alan Silvestri did the score for the first Avengers. Mm-hmm. And no matter what the box office was for Marvel this year, it doesn't matter. There wasn't an Avengers movie this year. Thunderbolts was not the Avengers. They lied. She does go eventually. I love these movies so much. Even the second one. This is to me, is the near perfect trilogy. You do not need to touch this. It is unbelievably, it's timeless. It is classic. You cannot do this better because I don't need gay jokes in a Back to the Future movie. It's not going to be earned. Marvel and DC still wins. Yeah, DC had a great movie this year. Superman, it soared. It was the highlight of my summer. Next year we got Supergirl. Yeah, Spider-Man with Spider-Man and Dune. Part 3. Whoever plays Miles will Eva will be cutesy like Ariana. Yeah, I really want Eva to do it because her voice is cute. I want to hear more of her voice. This is the scene that people didn't like with her, but I get it. I get it. She gets angry. We all do. At least she doesn't throw things. Alan Silvestri is one of my third favorite composer. Yeah, behind Danny Elfman and of course John Williams, who defined my childhood. Because E.T., Jaws, Star Wars, you know. Yeah, the scene with Clara, it's not, but she turns on a dime. Like she's like trying to be understanding, and then she gets angrier. But I get it. Eva and Catherine have lovely voices. Yeah. All right then. I'm from the future. That's great. Yeah, because she kind of turns on him and slaps him. I forgot about that. Yeah. Because the music gets a little bit eerie. Ooh, I think I, Whoppers. But that's not the truth. And then in one blooper in the DVD, he farts. Yeah, I'm glad they didn't keep that in this version. And I get that Doc gets depressed, but he only has one shot of booze. He doesn't like go become an alcoholic like Rick. Because in Rick and Morty, Rick is always drinking. And that was before Justin Roiland got canceled because he's a creeper. I'm not, okay? I don't mind the third act of this movie, though. It definitely picks up. The bar scenes are cool. I like the bar scenes. The music is fun. And Emmett falling to... It has one of the funniest scenes in the movie. The funniest scene in the movie. When it gets... Sarsaparilla. Yep. I don't drink it. And they didn't show ID back then. There were no state IDs back in 1885. Because I don't drink. I don't want to. I don't want to damage my brain. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. One in a Googleplex. Mm-hmm. Oh, the future. Oh, I can tell you about. Mm-hmm. And Marty slept outside by himself. Because Marty has to interfere in all the timelines because he's the main character. He starts the first movie and he ends the third movie. You didn't have to kick them, Buford. Let them wake up on their own. in the future. Automobiles. On these auto, what's it's? Does anybody walk or run anymore? Run for fun. What the hell kind of fun is that? I love their voices. They just crack me up. This guy laughs at everything, and this guy, he's a Southern. Yeah, when he does the toast, it cracks me up because he faints. It wasn't that strong. He just likes to hold it. See, this guy laughs for everything. He's like the Joker. Yeah. It was too strong. Oh my god. Just I'm glad I'm doing this in the daytime, man. My dog is probably like, why is he laughing so hard? Oh man, that scene is classic, and that's not the last funny scene because when he drinks the wake up juice, it kills me every time because he screams like a cartoon character. Yeah, again, they put all those. This was one of my favorite films of 1990. Edward Scissorhands. I have to see that again. It's been years. I'm gonna see it for Halloween. The original. I don't want a sequel. Johnny Depp is too old. 10 minutes. Oh no, not this part. I have the scene on YouTube because it just kills me, man. Because he screams. This is like eating a ghost pepper, except it won't kill you. Maybe. Watch. That is the greatest reaction to drinking something. Is like his eyes open and he screams. Man, that must have hit like every nerve in his tongue, his taste buds. That's a funny scene, man. That's the funniest scene in the movie. I would never. You can't redo that scene. It's just gonna feel like a copy. Poor Doc. Darkman is pretty good too. That one I saw years ago. Michael J. Fox would be a great Spider-Man. I miss him, man. He's still out. He's all cold. That cracks me up, man. He goes. He does like a Jim Carrey face in the mask. No, it's 5 minutes. It was. You have 5 minutes, Buford. Wait your turn. We're 80 minutes in. See, here lies Clint Eastwood. Yeah. Unfortunately, one day he will be gone, but hopefully it's not today. Yeah. He gives up. The wake up juice scene, yeah, it says it kills me. You saw my reaction. Gold. Better face up to it, son, because if you don't go out there. Hey, Elio. These actors commit, man. Where we'll say Clint Eastwood is the biggest yellow belly in the West, which he's not, because Eastwood is in his 90s and is still intimidating, guys. That's awesome when he slides in the gun. It's like a classic Western, guys. It's too bad the Western genre is only doing good on television, on streaming, not in the theaters. A Western hasn't made money in years, guys. It's too bad because it's a good genre. It's very underrated. It's better than these god awful comedies we get on Netflix nowadays. See, these actors, they commit, man. They commit. And they're just sitting in chairs. That is better than half of these comedies we get now where they get old actors to just look like a fool. I said this, yeah, you got this yellow pie slinger. This move. They dubbed this over in the TV version. Of course, where else would the back door be? There's the train. You can see it from all the way over here. This is, yeah, this is gives them an idea. Also, Buford's henchmen are different than the ones in 1955 and 1985. Well, or 2015 when it's Griff. It comes full circle. See, it's a trilogy that connects. There's no disconnection between them. Have you been on the Back to the Future ride? Yes, I did, Spidey. I went first when I was 7 years old, and the last time I went was 2001 when I was 16. I also went on the Men in Black ride, which is fun. I haven't been on the Mummy ride. I want to go on that before that closes because they just closed the Universal rocket roller coaster in Islands of Adventure. It's gone. Yellow. Near the train. All these actors commit. There's not one actor in this movie in the main plot in the 1885 that phones it in. Because the rest of the cast, yeah, they're in the movie at the end. So Jennifer and George and Lorraine and all these other characters. Never pull the emergency pull unless it's an emergency. That long string that you use to stop the train. Don't ever pull that. It's dangerous unless it is an actual emergency. That actually gave them some time because if she didn't pull that thing, the good thing about this is that she gave them some time. She bought them some time before he was going to get killed. See, he's smaller than Buford, but he can beat him up. Yeah, Ridiculous Six is not funny, and the Lone Ranger was too long. How on earth can you make a Lone Ranger movie 2 hours and 20 minutes? Disney, you don't have to make everything Pirates of the Caribbean. Let me get up for this. It's almost done, so we're 85 minutes in, almost 86. So he has yellow teeth. They're like, please, we want to see some action. Oh no, there's some action. It's just It's not really an action movie. There's action in it, but it's a Western comedy more than an action. The action comes like sporadically. Mm-hmm. Doc is like, what? No, he's okay. You should have checked the body. You should have shot him on the head. And they're not going to call the sheriff for attempted murder. Those boots are pretty cool. Yeah, this is like, he's alive. He's a zombie. Again, you should have shot him in the head. He has an Iron Man. It's like in Batman '89 because it came out a year before this. Yeah, he deserved that. Yep, beat his bum, and I love the music. Dun, 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 dun. Yep, again. That's right, Marty. Just own him. Finish him. Yeah, he knocks him right into the manure, uh, you know, trough right there. Yeah, now he gets arrested. Mm-hmm. Yeah, again, it's green this time. Ugh. It's like Brussels sprouts. I hate manure. Yeah, and then the thing disappears. Yep. Not as good as the first one, but still. Hmm. This also the train. This train scene is not 2 hours in, like a Mission Impossible 7. Yeah, I hope my brother takes care of his baby. She's gonna be 5 months in September. See, he wasn't lying. This is a good exhilarating scene. It's a finale that's different. Real horses, by the way. None of this was faked with CGI. Yeah, the fight is pretty fun. It's short, but it gets to the point. This chase scene is pretty thrilling, though. They don't show Marty's face. See, that's a stunt double. I saw his chin was bigger. See, that was a real stunt. People don't give stunt people enough credit. I do. You saw Clara lost her hat because she was in a hurry. And unlike the Rise of Skywalker, it doesn't look ridiculous of them riding horses. This is the Old West. What do you think they're going to do? Amazing, man. This stunt work is still spectacular. Of course, Christopher Lloyd couldn't do this now. No. He's way too old. And Michael J. Fox can't because of his Parkinson's. Yep, COVID. During COVID, we all had to wear masks in 2020 and 2021. It's a science experiment. Yeah, they don't want to steal. They only want to take the train, so they could get out of here. Well, you get to keep that part of the train, so they don't lose their business. Yeah, here we go. The third act of the movie. The final action scene before Marty goes back and then the movie's over. You didn't need another one. You don't need another one. I don't want some Force Awakens for this. You don't need it. I don't want it. I don't need it. I don't want a prequel. I don't want a remake. I want nothing. These three movies need to stand on their own without any strings attached. Universal's already remade enough already. They just remade How to Train Your Dragon. Why? Because they're lazy. See, this man comes up with everything, doesn't he? Just like Lisa Loud. The stunt work is phenomenal. Like this and Last Crusade has some of the best stunt work of the late 80s and early 90s. And they succeed. There's no villain at the end. Yeah, Buford gets arrested. It's over. See, they stop. They end a story arc on time. They don't stretch it out any longer than it needs to. Because in Mission Impossible, when I got to the Dead Reckoning Part One, it's like he fights Gabriel on the train, and then he escapes, and then Gabriel thinks he got the key, and then he yells, and that's it. And then there's another movie, and it doesn't resolve anything. So what kind of a cop out was that? I'll see that movie, but I'm gonna wait till September because it's a really long film. Yep, the Presto logs. That's the reason they get out. If not, the train would have been fast enough. But Doc has an answer for everything because he's a smart man. Of acceleration. Perfect. Yep, here it comes, the green. Also, you can't do a bad movie roast on these movies. They're all good. Because they're going to crash the train, so there's no reason for to have a conductor anymore. Yeah, he hears her. To me, this is a trilogy that doesn't need anything else. Because once you make another sequel, decades later, if it's not Top Gun Maverick, it's going to fail, guys. Yeah, here it comes. Yeah, that could have killed her. They're halfway there, yeah. 88, so that's like more than halfway there. Mm-hmm. Because they really did this with a set. This looks dangerous. I wouldn't do this on the subway, and those are electrical trains, not a locomotive. Yeah, but he doesn't go into the car because he saves Clara, and then flies away and fixes the train somehow, even though this train got completely destroyed. It's not as good as Superman, but let's face it, that was a really hard thing to decide. Only two "I Love Yous" made me cry recently. That was the last episode of the Really Loud House between the two sisters, Lana and Lola, and then the Superman 2025. She almost gets killed. Don't look down, down. This is how to end a trilogy, exactly, on a high note. You don't kill off characters, you don't make retcon the last movie, you just keep going. Plus, this is the anniversary of this movie. This is the 35th anniversary of this movie. 70! Yep, there it is. Mm-hmm. Yep. It's going really fast. This is thrilling, man. Not as good as the first movie, but like I said, it's still pretty thrilling. Yep, even the wheels are gone. Danger. Yeah, it's overheated. Yeah, the hoverboard, they actually use it in the movie, so it's not just thrown in there for prop. At least they use it once. 80. These guys are so great, man. I love their reactions are just they're human reactions. It's almost done. This is going to probably end at 3 o'clock. Woo! That was my reaction in Endgame. I cheered like a fiend. It made the chicken jockey scene in Minecraft look, weak by comparison. Yes, sir. Get yours, Emmett. That's great. It's like on the day you get married. No, they don't get married. They don't show their marriage. They probably get married off screen and then they have kids. Here we go, Marty. Firm. I love these effects, man. You're never gonna top them. That's awesome. The fire trails. They really did this with a real train set. Boom. Michael Bay would have had an orgasm. Look at that. Boom. That's an explosion. And that's exciting and practical. And it doesn't happen every 5 minutes. See? You can do an explosion for a special time. Marty's back in his past. Well, the present. Eastwood Verveen. Yeah, they named it after Clint Eastwood instead. He made it back to October 27, 1985. I was about 10 months old. Hilldale. This ended on a high note. We never needed another one. The ride didn't have Marty, but at least it had Doc and Biff. And it was a 5-minute ride. It wasn't like 2 seconds. Yep. Another train's trying to kill him. Yep. The DeLorean, yeah, I didn't like to see the DeLorean get destroyed, but that's what it's funny. He hit a car and it didn't stop the train. It's a really good, wrecking scene. Yep. Trains are dangerous, I know. That's why I don't jump on them. Yep, he wanted it destroyed and it happened. Now Biff can, or nobody can steal the time machine again. But he makes another one out of a train and it runs on steam. And we won't see that car again until the ride, and then of course they had to reference it in A Million Ways to Die in the West. It's like the snap. It's kind of like the snap at the end of Endgame. But again, that saved an entire universe. Yeah, Marty must be tired. He hasn't slept since like for an entire day. Yeah, there's Dave and his sister. You wore that to the lake. And this was after Superman 4, so yeah, Jennifer, she's in the last scene of the movie. Wow, she gets reduced more than Captain Marvel did in the Avengers Endgame, because at least she at least they when they capture Thanos, she at least is holding him, and then at the end she fights. But Jennifer doesn't even get to fight in this movie. She does nothing. It's sad. I blame the writers. I'm not going to blame Elizabeth Shue or the actress in the first one. He did the score, Stuart Little, and Avengers and Super Mario Brothers. Well, yeah, that was one of the things that wasn't altered from the Mario movie from 1993. I love that score too. It's dumb, but it's nostalgic. She gets a kiss, so at least she gets something. But still, no fight scene, no good laughs. Yeah, I was in 2 movies and they underused me. Well, she's not important to this plot. That's the problem. What do you mean? Great Karate Kid. Yeah, the first Karate Kid. She's not in any of the sequels, but at least she's not underused there. But that was a franchise. That was before she was in the first movie of yeah, Power of Love. There's Flea's cameo. Has a gap in his teeth. All these actors are from all three films. That guy was one of the cowboys, and one of them is the 3D guys. And then I think the other one is that Billy Zane in the movie? No, I don't think Billy Zane's in the movie. I didn't take a good look. No, wait, is that? No, it's not Billy Zane. I think one of them is the guy from 2015. Yeah, because Billy Zane was too busy doing something else. I don't know what he was doing in 1990, but because The Phantom was 96 and Titanic was 97. See, the Rolls Royce would have hurt him. See, he altered his timeline, and You're Fired is gone from 2015. See, full circle, guys. This is how you end the franchise. You don't need more. Don't be too greedy. You know, we had like, what, 11 Fast and the Furious movies? 10 and one spin-off. Why? They should have stopped after Paul Walker died. There was no reason to do another one. 7 had a nice big bow on the franchise. I don't consider 8 canon. It's just like on another timeline. No, he does come back to say goodbye to you, Marty. This is the longest movie according to the end credits. Because the end credits, I think, are like 10 minutes. I don't know. I love these movies so much, man. The first movie was an hour and 56 minutes. Yeah, this is longer by 3 minutes. Because of the end credits. Because there's a lot of people in this movie. This one is the most stacked cast since the first one. There it is, the new time machine. The train machine, if you will. Hey, look, it's the Hogwarts Express from Harry Potter. Yeah, it looks like that. This is before Harry Potter, by the way. 10 years before Harry Potter was in production. Because that came out in 2001. That's cool. It looks like the Hogwarts Express, except it can fly. Jules and Vern. 2 boys. I love this movie so much. And yeah, the kid does this. First, if you look, the blonde kid, Vern, he does this. Yeah, their picture from 1885. See, it's a nice big bow, and it ends everything fine. You want to end a trilogy, end on a high note. He framed it. Yeah, the kid does this. Watch. See, he's going like, come up here. Animated cartoon. I haven't seen the cartoon. I'll probably see it. Whatever you make it. Yeah. I just wish Jennifer was more prominent. Hermione got more screen time than her. She was a prominent member of the cast. She wasn't like a side character that gets no screen time. And she doesn't get introduced right away in the first one. Nope. Already did in there. So what is he going to go deep into the past? It ends everything on a high note, and these effects still look great. So long, Doc. And the movie ends. The end. No to be continued. It ends. And that was Back to the Future 3. The end. That's it, Universal. No remakes, no sequels, no prequels. Leave it at be. This is the trilogy. This is one of the best trilogies of all time, guys. Period. And there we go. No, you have a ZZ Top song. May they rest in peace as well. But again, you're not going to do it better than what I just witnessed. One of the greatest endings of all time. Yet to a trilogy, definitely. Because you didn't need another one. You didn't need a 4th movie. Because Michael J. Fox is retired. Lloyd is too old. Leah Thompson's doing her own thing. Her daughter's an actress now. And with this heyday of too many remakes and sequels and prequels and reboots and everything, it's not necessary. We're done. 3 movies, that's all you get. That's all I needed. It's like with Star Wars or Indiana Jones was a trilogy, but I didn't hate Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, to be fair. But that should have been the ending, not Dial of Destiny. This ended on a high note, and it didn't have to do some retcon or make the character seem like, oh, Doc is old, so let's just kill him off. No, they didn't do that. But thanks for watching all 3 of these movies with me, guys. Thanks a lot. I wouldn't do this without you guys. What would I do without you guys? I'd just be a guy talking on a camera for 2 hours. Thanks for watching. Acknowledge me, and my next podcast will be on Sunday. I need a couple of days off to recuperate. But that was Back to the Future. One of the best trilogies of all time. Don't touch it, please. Let something sacred in the past be in the past. Thanks. See you in the future.